Hey everybody, welcome back. James here again with you. And in this video, I want to share with you my results from my ARA match where I took these two guns. It was a 4-card match and I split them. I shot 2 cards with this rifle and 2 cards with this rifle. If you don't know, I have started competing in ARA last year and my factory 1022 carbine has done extremely well for what it is. Off the shelf, nothing done to it, nothing like that. Well, this match is a little different. If you remember right, one of the videos I did last year with this rifle, it was consistently doing about 1,800 scores, over 1,800 scores. And once it got dirty, that was it. If you watch that, you would remember that I said after about 50 rounds of CCI standard velocity, which that's what I used in both guns, this gun gets really dirty and doesn't shoot well, and it has to be brushed. Well, this time, just a little bit different. Last time I had it a little bit mod as much as I could per the rules of ARA factory class. This time I did not. This is straight from the box as you would get it from the store. The only difference is I have an extended butt plate on it and a bipod mounted, and then I have my Pinty 4-16 scope on there, and it did extremely well for factory. I'm not even kidding. It's the way it's set up and the way I got it. Again, nothing changed out. It's just the way it comes. And for me, just taking notes and figuring out this rifle, it is now putting out 1850. So every other shot is either a 50 or 100. And I've got a lot of hundreds on the very first card with this rifle. But the second card didn't do so hot. And I'll tell you why later. So keep that in mind that this is a stock rifle. Stock. There's nothing done to it. Nothing that could affect the accuracy more or less. And if I'm out shooting what I did last year with this gun, the way it's sitting now, again, everything the way it comes out of the box. Factory trigger about 4 pounds. What else? That's it, really. I mean, that's really the only thing you could change on a factory class rifle in the competitions that I shoot is the trigger group or trigger pack. You can add a butt plate and do the bedding. This isn't bedded or anything. This is not free floated. It's got the barrel band on, everything the way you see it. Well, here's something a little different. A lot of people seen that BCA came out with their own 1022 clone, that is, and I took it to the match to see what it would do. I've been shooting this on and off and got it settled with CCI standard velocity, and the best card with it was about 1800 too. It was over 1800 actually. So my last card with it, it was over 1800, and one of the cards didn't do so well in that rifle either. And again, there's a reason for that. A lot of times, guys, I just test stuff and I kind of hold myself back. I'm not going to lie, I do. It's great when your rifle shoots good, but at the same time, if you're not learning why your rifle's doing what it's doing, and I mean, it's just a lost cause. I'm always trying to figure out my rifles, and obviously I have this 1022 carbine down, and it's shooting really, really good for what it is. For a semi-automatic, non-match grade rifle and non-match grade ammo, I'm spending $5 a box now for this ammo, and it's shooting, 1800s consistently. That's really, really good. Well, this rifle, on the other hand, which is, again, the BCA 201, a lot of people are having problems with them. And, it just tells me that they're not too familiar with 1022s. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it is what it is. If you really don't know the action and you don't know how the gun actually works, then yeah, you're going to sit there and say, well, this gun's not accurate and it'll never do that, as I've had comments on my channel before, and still to this day I get them where people are talking about my 1022, which, they don't want any smoke from this gun. That's guaranteed. Once you see it shoot in person, you really don't want you really don't want to talk crap about it because it can hold on its own, and I've said that before. So now that I got all that out, Again, I started with clean barrels before the match in both guns. Other than that, I just shot. And the wind wasn't bad today. It was just super humid. It was like 90-something% humidity. It's getting ready to rain, is what it was. But the cards that didn't do so well, again, I hold myself back. The reason why I brought that up was because I switched from using bipods, as you see here on the guns. I am not a bipod shooter, and I really don't care to use a bipod particularly. That's not my favorite way to shoot. My favorite way is with bags. So I have a front and rear bag that I used for one card, and then I use the bipods for the other. And yes, there is a significant difference the way the gun handles and recoils from just sitting like this to being fully padded with the bag, and the scores tell the difference. So I'm going to start off with one card. I have a camera back here so you can see. My scores had to be rescored actually almost on every card because I almost lost over 200 points on my first card. They hung them up and you go and check out what you scored. Well, then you take a picture of it and add up your scores and see what's wrong. If you know how to score your targets, that's another thing. Just don't take their scores for granted when they start posting these targets up, because I got one target here that I almost seven targets were misscored. But anyways, on my first target, which was with the factory carbine, again, nothing done to it, factory trigger, factory everything, it scored the 1855. Again, every shot was either 50 or 100 on this card, and it did very, and I mean very well. Now the next card for the factory carbine was number 2, and with the bipod there, it didn't do so well. It was semi-consistent, but not as consistent with the bag. And you can see how many times that they messed up on my scoring here. And I get it. They're trying to rush and get everybody's cards in. But at the same time, I might as well just check my own card at this point. And this card got a 1710. And that's what I told him. I said, well, I added it up out there on the, the side of the building where you posted it. I should be over 1700. And so they had to go back and rescore it twice, this card twice, because they missed a few things on here. And you can see how many markups is on it. And my scores were posted, so I can't make this stuff up, guys. This is public record now, as always. So that's the cards with the factory carbine. Again, CCI, standard velocity, out of the box, not sorted. That's the way the ammo came. I didn't weigh them. I didn't sort them by rim size. None of that. And a factory carbine is doing that with bags, guys, and then doing that with a bipod. Now, last year, I used the bipod for the whole match, but I also was using, a BX trigger that was really light. But this time, like I said, I have everything factory in this gun. So, obviously, and I'll say it again, if you don't know 10/22s that well, it's not going to do that well for you. So I took the time to study my rifle, and that's what a lot of people comment in my videos is about me, is like, obviously I know the rifle very well and know how it shoots and how it should shoot. And that's why I pull off some shots I can with this, especially that fly target challenge. If you haven't been back and seen that video, I think it was like 2 months ago now, but the temperature outside is a little bit cooler. It shoots a little bit better when it's cooler outside too. That's another thing I noticed. I plan on making a 22 LR secrets video again. It's been a couple years, but now that me actually being out in the competition field and seeing how the rifle performs and taking notes on everything I'm doing so I could see what changed and what didn't change, I'll be able to tell you guys exactly how to get your rifle set up to shoot the best you can possible with the circumstances given. I am not going to go out and spend $25 a box just for one box of 50 rounds of ammo to shoot through this gun. I ain't doing it. When I can go out and buy this gun, ammo, and scope, for really budget price and do very decent with it, and that's just how it is. So now on to the main portion of this with the BCA 201. First card using the bipod didn't do so hot, which was target number 3. it scored a total of 1670. But as you can see, it wanted to shoot very well. I mean, there was a lot of hundreds on this card. It didn't like the bipod, didn't like the recoil. So after that, I switched on my fourth card using the bags, and man, it shot a couple flyers I had bad in here, but it shot at 1835 the way it sits, guys. This rifle, 345 from Bear Creek Arsenal online. I had, again, wait 5 weeks for it, and a lot of people think it can't shoot, which, you know, I feel bad for them not getting the results that I'm getting, but at the same time, like I said, if they don't know 1022s that well, they're not going to get the accuracy they want to get out of it. And, you know, this is me just plinking. I'm not even being serious. This is just me. I put one of my trigger packs in there just to try her out, and, you know, it does very well here at home, but that doesn't really matter out on the range at the competition. So, again, shot 1835 the way this gun sits, and with a couple flyers in there, probably would have been a lot higher, but that's it. So, again, I just wanted to share these results with you, and I hope you see here, you know, what a factory 1022 carbine can do unmodded compared to a 1022 that is modded. No matter how good your groups are, none of that. It all comes down to one shot, and make sure that one shot counts, because if it doesn't, it'll bite you in the butt. And, you know, if you don't go back and get your cards rescored, if there's a mishap or something like that, you know, you're just getting points taken away for nothing. Now, even though I could have not ever rescored my cards, I would have still won this match anyway. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys because, you know, I've always told the same thing over and over ever since I started sharing 22 LR videos on the channel. A lot of things don't even matter. This gun has a 4-pound trigger pull. It's not full barreled. It doesn't have a match grade chamber. None of that. And it's still doing this. Still doing what it's usually doing. And as long as I'm doing my part, not holding myself back. And I just wanted to share that with you. And same goes for the BCA 201. Yes, it is a 16-inch barrel. Not the best quality in the world. But this thing can shoot. Definitely be a good little hunting rifle in my experience, or my opinion, now that I've shot it more. But also, once I get it tuned in a little more, I think I figured out exactly what's going on with both rifles, why they're just a hair off, why I keep getting those little flyers, because here at home I wasn't getting that. So I'll save that for another video. But, you know, word from the wise here, don't hold yourself back. You know, make it easier for yourself. And again, the bipods, these guns do not like bipods. For some reason, they always do just a little worse than with a shooting bag, front and rear. So I hope you guys see here how good these guns did. And I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, we're getting ready to hit 50,000 subscribers on the channel. And again, I'll be making probably a couple more videos on how to get the most accuracy out of your 1022, because I am seeing things that other 22 channels are not. They're not going to sit here and shoot this gun in a match. You won't see them do it, but you'll see me do it, and you'll see me exactly get the, you know, decent results with it. And they're not bad. That's the thing. That's not horrible. It's right there with everybody. So, and more videos with this probably soon with the BCA 201. But that's all I got today for you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching.